for the weekend. I don't.
Okay. You sent it to the phone or to the email?
I think I sent it to the email. Tenacity. I sent it
Tenacity
last night. Yeah.
Tenacity Academy or Tenacity Clean?
Tenacity Academy.
Okay. I would definitely check that.
Okay, okay. You said you sent what you did on the weekend.
Yeah, the homework. What you said we should do.
Oh, okay, got you, got you, got you.
I did
Okay,
confluence. Yeah.
awesome. Yes. Good morning, good morning. We
Good
got
morning.
Miss
Good
White.
morning. Good
Good morning,
morning.
Momo. Everybody
Good
coming in bright and
morning.
early, y'all. That's
Yes,
Awesome, awesome
yes. How was everybody's weekend?
weekend. Yes.
it was good.
Awesome.
How was you out?
Well, it was wonderful. Like my daughter came yesterday. She came to surprise us because
Wow.
I have my grandbaby. I had her all week, so I guess she was missing her baby. So
Oh,
we drove all the way to Atlanta just to see the baby, and then she drove back same day,
oh
four
wow.
five, and then she has to work early today. I said it's crazy what a mother would do, when they start missing their babies.
Oh,
So she left the
definitely.
baby, Miss Johnson.
Well, we're babysitting for her
Oh,
while just give her a little break because she has a lot of cleans. Like
okay.
works from sun up to sundown. And
Oh,
I'm at the point where I'm just trying to train her how to like outsource some of that work. But it's some things that she has to work on, self-development stuff that she work on because she got to be a leader. She has to
okay.
schedule people out. So yeah, but that's pretty much what we did. We spent time with family, had movie night, had a movie marathon.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, that's all we did this weekend. How you doing, Miss White?
Hey, you guys.
How was your weekend?
Well, actually, I have been doing graduations this weekend.
Oh yeah, we do
Yes,
got
yes.
graduations coming up. I got a niece
Mhm.
that's graduating
Graduating,
this
yes.
weekend. Yes, yes.
Yes. So it's been fun, a lot of eating out,
Mm.
um, all that good stuff. I gotta tell y'all something.
Oh,
Listen,
what's
hey
going on?
Blue.
Hey, Blue.
Oh, wait. So I asked Blue if she would be my accountability partner, and she said yes.
Yes. Woo! Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Put
so
some.
excited. Listen, right? Remember I told y'all I was trying to hire somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she worked for the first day yesterday.
How was
What?
it?
Oh God, I'm scared to death. Okay. I'm scared to death. But listen, I stayed there with her, for the first time just to make sure that she could log on to my system. She could clock in, clock out. I wanted to see what type of products that she was using because you can't go out there with Windex.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I'm glad she did. She did not have any glass cleaner or anything like that. But I think that she did okay. I think that she did okay. I think that she could be I could definitely send her out there to work on her own. But I really feel like for maybe the first couple times that she's going somewhere that I probably need to go back and just check because I did notice, like, how you got towel in the bathroom, you just can't wipe it down, it, you got the mold and stuff in the little crevices and stuff like that. And so I went back over the tub, just to make sure that it was a lot cleaner than it was. I did tell her what to do, how to do it, and all those things. So I think that it went good. She does have another job in the morning, but she was like, just give me the work because she don't want to be there anymore. So right now I'm trying to I'm about to get some more clients. I got the lady with the people that's coming home from the hospital. I'm waiting for them to contact me today. And then I'm getting ready to hire a second person. Look, I'm on the roll.
Listen, you on a roll, huh?
Didn't I tell you this old lady ain't gonna be cleaning here by the summer? No.
I know that's right. I know that's right. One thing
I'm
about
not.
when you step out of the cleaning, it's hard to step back in.
I bet.
It's hard to step back in. It's like you get used, you get real comfortable with not cleaning, and then you
Right.
start figuring things out so that you
Right.
never gotta clean again. Right.
Right.
And then,
Right.
then it just transforms on to being more of a mental thing
Right.
than a
Right.
physical thing.
Mhm.
You know.
Right.
But you are definitely, we are proud of you for that.
Yes. I'm
Woo.
geared to hire the second person, but he's going to be a guy, and I need him because I have that big gym.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm tired of doing. It's 4 different types of floors in there. It's constant scrubbing with those black mats, you know, slinging those mops around. And
Right.
I thought he would be the perfect person. I only do it once a month. Which, does anybody in this community right now service a fitness gym? I have no idea. I don't know.
I
Does
did one
anybody?
before. I did one before. It's hard.
It's very hard, and not only that, this particular gym only wants somebody coming once a month, and I think that is a killer. I think that I don't want people coming in there thinking, who in the world in here cleaning this building? It's nasty. The machines have fingerprints all over it. It's got dust at the crevices. I mean, it looks a mess. But this is also the person who I clean her 7-bedroom home. And honestly, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but meaning that my company is growing and changing, they aren't going to want to come up to what I'm asking them to pay. They're not going to do it. You know, they already talked me down twice already with different things. And right now, a lot of my clients are having a problem with me growing. And I feel like at this point,
You're not my client.
you're not my client. And should
Yeah.
I feel bad?
No.
I mean, I have to get rid of, I feel like I have to get rid of these old people because they are afraid to do this. They don't want to pay the right amount, you know, and all these other things. And I feel like even though she did give me the gym, I'm grateful for that, but her attitude is nasty. And I've dealt with you corporate people all my life. You know what I'm saying? So I check you off in an instant. And so I just wanted to find out from the community if I would be wrong with, I feel like I'm going to have to get rid of them.
Go ahead, Miss Blue. Miss Blue, raise the hand. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay, so partner. Okay, so I clean library that's not perfect, right? And I have the same problem. They don't want to pay the money that I should be getting to clean the square footage. So what me and AJ have decided to do is this year ask for another $25 to make it $500, right? Right now it was $460. I was getting paid. It went up to $475, but just to clean, they added more stuff to it, and now we're getting the $475, but we plan to add for an extra $25 to make it $500. So if they don't want to do it this year, then we have plans to let them go. But if they don't want to go up, we're going to keep them and replace them when we find someone better that's going to pay a lot more money. But you shouldn't get rid of them right now until you got your ducks in a row and you can make sure that you can replace that client. But
I'm
don't tell
working
them
on
your
it.
plans, and then
I didn't want to get, I feel like I am going to get rid of them. I feel it in my soul, but I do, because they are the only commercial account that I have right now. But I'm going after all the people that are opening up new gyms in the area, from the commissioner, the treasury office, from the list I was telling everybody, they build those buildings. I mean, they put the list up, but I'm looking at going to other people. But from what Miss Tamika said, I should be charging them over $1,000. So that's 50% less. I mean, we ain't talking about $25. I could deal with that. $50, I could deal with that. But we're talking hundreds of dollars, and I know it because no other gym is thinking about cleaning their gym once a month. They have someone coming in on a weekly basis. Some people have day porters where they want the equipment wiped down and stuff like that, but they still have the top level that is dirty, that's still falling to the bottom level, and they don't want to clean this level, you know, and I know them have to get rid of them.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna take one more question and we're gonna get into class. Go ahead, Miss Nadine.
Yeah, I would say, Miss White,
Yes.
I would say hold on to them until you get another commercial contract because you're gonna need them for reference.
Do they really do that?
Yeah, they do. They do.
I've never done anything wrong to this family. I mean, I've been with the family for 5 years. I mean, they don't have anything bad to say about me. It's just that they're millionaires and they don't want to pay. They got 7 bedrooms, 2 dogs, a big gym. You know what I'm saying? And we're on small pennies over here. I spent 8 hours in their residence.
The least thing they could do is give you a reference.
A reference.
Yeah.
Like that's what I say for all of my bad clients. At least you, just because they're bad, don't mean we gotta be bad, and it don't mean that we gotta leave on bad terms, right? Got to take your emotions out of being when you're a business owner. Like a business is a machine. We gotta, and sometimes when you run it with your emotions, you might not make the right decisions.
Right.
When you think of it like it's just a machine, then you'll make educated decisions, data-based, data-driven decisions. That's what we want to do. So definitely ask them for a referral. Try to get that stuff now because you know you're going to let them go, but we're going to plan for it. We're going to plan this thing out. If they're paying you $500 a month, we're going to try to find something else that's paying us $500 a month.
Right.
Then at the end of the year or whenever it's time for you to break away, if they book on your prices, you ain't worried about it. You already started cleaning something else. It's just like when we had a job back in the day. Before you quit that job, you already had something else lined up. Same thing.
I'm a Sagittarius. I just go.
Yeah, see, and that's how I used to be. I'm telling you, I used to make decisions like that all the time, and that's why I'm coaching you the way I am. Because I was the queen of emotional decisions. Like you pee me off, you're not just gonna be disrespectful and all of this stuff. Like, we getting rid of them, right? And then 3 months down the line, when you see the revenue do this old crazy down decline, you're like, oh man, I shouldn't did that. I should have moved slowly. I should have been more strategic when I did that. Because when you start building a company, that's going to affect your workers. See, it's not just you in this. It's easier to make these decisions when all that money come to me, right? When you get a team of 15 people, you can't just be making decisions like that. You know, them people got to eat. They don't care about all of the people not paying you and all this stuff. People want their check. You know what I mean?
So they got families to feed.
Yes. All right. So let's get on into this class this morning. Today, we're talking all about how to onboard cleaning clients with confidence, boundaries, and systems. I think somebody in the community had mentioned this topic, and that's what made me want to go over it. I want to say it was Miss... I can't remember her name, but she's not on this call, and she should be. All right, let's go. Quote, this is what most people don't know, but you don't need more clients. You just need better systems right now, okay? You need better systems. And this is a big issue because a lot of times we're trying to think about clients, but you're going to eventually not grow and not scale if your systems aren't put together. You're going to be stagnant and wonder why you're stagnant. So I remember when I first met Ms. Mack, I was amazed because she was like, listen, before I bust a move, I'm working on my systems first. And I was like, damn, I was blown away. Like, yes, that's what you're supposed to do. All right. Now, what we're covering in this class today, you're going to learn what's included, what to include in your new client SOP. right? And the SOP stands for Standard Operation Procedures. You're going to have an SOP for every department in your company, okay? How to build trust and boundaries fast. The 4 critical messages every client should get, and tools to automate onboarding without losing that personal touch. I know it's 2025. We all talking about AI and automation and stuff like that, and it's great. I feel like everybody needs to start learning and implementing automation more, but we can't lose the personal touch. That's one of the reasons why I still like going door to door with a flyer. And that's the dinosaur way, but it's still that personal touch. Nothing can beat that personal touch, okay? Because people buy from people, okay? Now let's go.
All right. While onboarding, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Beautiful new day, Miss Tamika.
Beautiful new day, Miss Momo. While onboarding is a game changer, you guys. The facts here, clients decide if they'll rebook based on their first impression, which is very, very important for you guys to understand. If you show up late, it's already a bad impression. If you show up on time, you want to show up early. You want to show up before, the time that you are scheduled, because that gives you enough time when you're doing a walkthrough to scope the place out, to be able to look at it and see, okay, what am I really getting myself into? Because sometimes people really don't say what they're supposed to say, because half of the time you're just, with the representative. Very rarely you might get the decision maker, but 9 times out of 10, when you're doing a walkthrough, you're doing it with someone that was just appointed to do the walkthrough to show you around. Most complaints come from unclear expectations. This is absolutely correct, because a lot of people during a walkthrough, you want to listen to everything that they're stating. The reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes if they're unclear, if they be like, when you ask them, hey, listen, do you know the scope of work? If they say, I really don't know, I got to check with Sam to see about that. Well, I really don't know what time you guys are supposed to be here. That's already shaky. And this person is not the person that you actually need to be talking to.
With that when we went to Savannah.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that you listen to see what they're saying, because if they're not clear on their expectations, this is why they're having complaints, and this could be a red flag because the communication is off. Boundaries aren't mean, they're money. I honestly do believe this, and this is my favorite line for this slide, because when you set boundaries, you're setting expectations and limitations on how you should be treated, and respect for you and the client. Now, a lot of people, they may feel like, well, listen, I don't like, oh, well, if I pay you late, I got to pay a 1.5%. Well, baby, listen, you don't understand. If you pay me late, guess what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to pay this out of my pocket regardless, but it's going to have interest on it, because now I have to pay it. This is an inconvenience. So you have to set those boundaries for your clients to let them know, hey, listen, if you pay me late, I'm going to charge you a fee, because that's not right. That's not what we agreed to in our service agreement. A solid SOP is self-respect in system form. Wow. Listen, a solid SOP, like in the beginning, you're not going to have a solid SOP because you're learning and you're going about your entrepreneurship journey, and you're understanding, okay, after I do this, this is supposed to happen. After this happens, then this is supposed to happen. And then you have to do this in every area, where it's hiring, where it's your billing, where it's your invoicing, where it's your onboarding your client, onboarding your worker, offboarding your worker, offboarding your client. Like the list goes on for so many things, but you want to have certain ways on how you actually do these things. So it is self-respect, because now you have basically put the blueprint out on when you're going to be replaced. You're going to take yourself out and you're going to put somebody in your place. They're going to have to abide by your rules, because they're going to have to see when this happens. Okay, now this is supposed to happen. What am I supposed to do if a client gets upset? How do I handle that? What am I supposed to do when I have an irate client? What am I supposed to do if I have an irate co-worker, or a worker, a cleaner? Like, what am I supposed to do in these instances? What are the protocols if the client doesn't pay on time? What are the protocols if a worker doesn't show up to work? What are the protocols if somebody's stealing? Like, you want to have all of these protocols up, because it shows that you are the leader. It shows that you've already thought about these things before they happen. Does that make sense to everybody?
And it shows you respect your business.
Absolutely.
Self-respect, man. All right. Any questions before we move on? And feel free to raise your hand if y'all have any questions as we're teaching. Okay, I can answer them real quick. All right, slide 4 is the 5-part new client onboarding SOP. Here's how the flow should go. Booking confirmation. How many of you are using a booking form? Anybody use a booking form? Okay, I know I got some jobber fans in the building. Okay. Yes, so how it usually works is if you use that booking form, client goes, they may have saw your ad, or they may have seen your advertisement. They go, they fill out a form, and you will get a booking confirmation. Go ahead, Miss White.
How can you get people to actually fill it out? I mean, it's on my website. I've had one person to use it so far, but do I put the link with some other advertisements?
Okay. Let's see. How are you advertising?
Right.
So right now I use Facebook, Instagram. I just know a lot of people. And I also use Thumbtack. Just open my Thumbtack account back up. And that's how I was going to get my cleaner, the new cleaner, some more stuff. But I was wondering, how can I get people to fill that form out? Because it actually is asking a lot of great information that I would need to be able to quote the job.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How are you onboarding your clients right now? How are they getting inside a jobber?
Okay, so
are you manually putting them in there?
Yes. I create a client.
Right. So let me ask you this. Now, how do you get your clients? Are you cold calling? Are they off of Thumbtack? Like, how are you getting the clients?
I get a lot of referrals. I have some people who are my friends. They have other friends. They buy.
Okay, stop right there. When you get those referrals, and I say, "Hey, Miss White, I got Miss Jane house. She wants you to clean her house." Okay, cool. What's the next step when Miss Jane wants you to clean her house? What's the next step?
So the next step is that I would obtain her contact information from whoever it was that sent me that information. I would create a client in Jobber for her, and then I would create an actual request, which will actually also include a free estimate if that's needed, and I'll send that out, and then I'll also follow it up with a text message.
Okay, so you're doing the manual and skipping the form. You have to make your potential clients follow your SOP. Okay. I need people, whenever I have students enroll, I want them to click on a link for a reason, right? Because the link is the system. That's going to trigger. That's the trigger to start off the workflow. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So remember when we went through MailChimp and I told you about Flowdesk, and at the top of the workflow, there was a trigger. That trigger is that link. So next time when Miss Jane, she has a reference for you, you send her the link, right? Okay. You can still talk to her on the phone if she want to talk to you, but the thing is, you're gonna text her the link or something. She has to click on that link. All of your advertisement has to have that link in it. If you got Facebook ads, and I highly recommend y'all start running $5 Facebook ads, okay? But
can you do a class on that?
Yeah, we got write that down so I forget. Okay, But $5 Facebook ads, definitely start running some ads, getting some traction going in, and dropping that link. When they click on the link, that's going to automatically put them in Jobber.
Right.
That's what you're
how it
supposed
comes
to
through
be.
Thumbtack. Because
Yeah,
I'm connected with Thumbtack through Jobber, and when they get into Thumbtack, it actually comes into Jobber as a lead automatically.
oh, okay. Well, that's good. You got it connected, integrated. Good.
Okay.
That's how you want to think. That's how you create automation, right? So when you finally do hire a VA, you got a lot of this stuff already automated, and it stops a lot of human error when you can automate this stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So just focus on dropping that link for them to put their credentials in. That way they automatically go inside Jobber. Okay. So the booking form confirmation comes out. Pre-clean welcome email should come out, because this is the pre-clean. This is before you clean them. You should be sending them a welcome email, telling them about the expectations, what is going to happen next, because don't leave your customers confused here. Like, how is this system going to work? I know our system, we're telling them about Slack. I need them to understand my Slack app. So it's explaining to them like all of these things. Like, listen, we're going to onboard you to our Slack. We're telling them what the Slack is about. It's a communication software between you, the cleaner, and my VA. So I tell them about Slack, and I also tell them about the payment. If we're going to be billing them every Friday, like we're basically going over everything. Okay, and service agreement as well. Okay, let's see. Reminder text day before time window. So if you should be sending them a reminder text, and I think Jobber does that as well. Booking Koala does that as well. ZenMaid does that as well. So you should be sending them a reminder text. Post clean thank you plus review. Okay, so you should be sending them a thank you after the clean. You need to know how well the cleaner did, right? That's the first email. How well did they do? Did they do good? Did they do bad? Right? If they
Is there a way you ask that question without saying, were they bad?
Yeah, it's a way you can word it. And if you're ever bad with wording things like me, use ChatGPT. Okay. ChatGPT will help you come up with the perfect script for your clients, for your thank you message. Thank you for choosing Tenacity Clean. How was your cleaning today? Was anything missed? Blah, 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 blah. It'll type something up real fly for you, right? And you can put 2 links down there. Like, were you satisfied or were you not satisfied? If they click not satisfied, then another workflow comes out to them, because you don't want to send a review out because they're going to give you a bad review. Okay. So if they click on not satisfied, then you'll have an email campaign that goes out to satisfy them. Well, would you like another cleaner to come out? We would really like to satisfy you, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then if they say that they are satisfied, of course, the review link goes out then. Go ahead, Miss Nadine.
No, I was gonna say, like, when you're using ChatGPT, Miss White, you could write the message in your way and then just ask it to rewrite the message.
Yeah, that's how you do it. And then last but not least, a rebooking. We should be asking for the sale, okay? Especially if you are doing residential, you need like a lot of residential clients to reach, 100K in revenue, right? You need a lot. And if you're talking about getting to $500,000 and $1 million, you're gonna need even more, right? So the way residential is structured, usually those clients are bi-weekly, or very, very rarely I see weekly clients, but it's either going to be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly with those. So you got to start asking these clients that are one time in you maybe give them a special or something if they say they want to do recurring clients, but that needs to be in the email. That needs to go out to them as well. All right. So that'll be sent 3 to 5 days later, for rebooking. Okay. Everybody tracking?
Yes.
Boom.
Yes. All right. Booking confirmation script. Now, after a client has booked a clean with you guys, you want to send out a booking confirmation so they're not left on red, so they'll know, wow, because remember the client experience is everything. So once they book with you guys, you want to have an email that goes out to them that says, hi, Miss Jane, you're cleaning with Samantha is confirmed for February the 17th at 9 a.m. We'll be sending reminders and tips to get the most out of your service. Questions? Just reply to the text. Pro tip, use automation with the professional sign off. Bonus, attach a link to your welcome guide or prep checklist. Now, this is really, really good because you can personalize this. Again, you can go to ChatGPT and tell it what to give you. Again, you just want to make sure it's in your brand voice. You want to make sure it's personalized in the way that you would speak to your clients. Just with this one, what I would add to this particular email is just, far as what time, make sure if you have pets, whatever it is, put them away. You know what I'm saying? Make sure nothing is out. Make sure you put up your belongings, and we'll send out another confirmation to you before we show up. Who was that? Miss White? Go ahead, Miss White.
Sorry, but you mentioned pets. How do you get your clients to understand that we are not their pet's family? A lot of people don't want to put their pets away, and I don't want to come in the house. I did a new job with the new girl, a new client yesterday, and he had 2 pit bulls he didn't even tell me about. And so I have other clients like that. They just want to leave them in the house or leave them in the cage. You can't even get around the cage to clean the dog hair up because they're, hopping at you through the cage. They're barking all day. It's annoying.
Right.
I don't know what I don't know how to handle that.
That's
got a pet policy.
Yeah. This is how I would answer that question. The beautiful thing about setting your policies and your SOPs is you create the rules. See, we are so used to working for other people's company and following other people's protocols that when we come inside our own business, it's like we're still scared. No, you're the business owner, you're the creator, you're the CEO. So if your company does not want to deal with certain things like dogs running around while your cleaners are cleaning, put it in the policy. Those are not your clients, right? So it's like, just add that stuff to your company policy that they need to have the pets up somewhere, or you don't do pets or something. You have to structure it in a way, and you have to also make sure that you're following your city and your state laws when you put these policies together. Go ahead, Miss Blue.
And yes, and I also tell them that it's a liability if they are out and someone gets bit, and that's how you get them to also, like, okay, if something happens, she already said it's a liability, so now they have in their head, okay, well, she might can sue me if somebody gets bit or something like that. So that also makes them put them up quicker as well.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Who else had their hand up? Momo, you had your hand up?
I did. I was gonna say what Miss Blue talked about them being a liability. I had a client like that, but my company is pet friendly. I've seen the benefits of that, of getting more referrals as far as residential goes. You and your staff being pet friendly, and everybody isn't pet friendly. I get that, right. And just knowing who you can place in certain residents versus who people that are terrified. But yeah, definitely them being a liability. Miss Blue got it.
There you go. There you go. There you go, Miss White. All right.
Thanks, y'all.
Move on. You was finished with this, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Pre-clean welcome email. All right. So we talked about the welcome email, and this is just a quick example of your welcome email. We're ready. We're getting ready to clean your space, contents, what we'll clean, and what we'll do. It's very important. You have to reiterate it, because sometimes especially in residential, they start to change up the scope when your cleaners get out there. They will start changing up the scope a little bit. So it's best to have everything in black and white. We stress service agreements real heavy over here. Okay. So explain what to clean, what you won't clean, arrival window, and access needs. Okay. So when will your cleaner be arriving to it? And will there be a key? Will you leave a key under the mat? Will somebody be home? We need to know these things. Payment policy. Okay, so that's a huge big one. If we're doing a one-time clean, we either ask for the whole thing up front or half up front, or you're not my client. Okay, because we don't know you. So it's either you're gonna give us something for us to start, or it ain't no deal. Cancellation window. Do you have any cancellation policies? If they cancel on you in 30 minutes prior to your shift, we will take a certain percentage of the cash because we have a cleaner on the way that's going to be pissed off. Okay, so you need a cancellation policy. Contact info for day of question. Okay, so everybody should be getting those the contact info. Confidence is built before you even show up. Okay. Next is a reminder. Remember, I talked about the reminder text, and here's an example of the reminder text.
The reminder text the day before. Example: hi, Mrs. Johnson. Just a heads up, we're scheduled for tomorrow between 9 to 12. If anything has changed, please let us know by 6 p.m. tonight. We can't wait to serve you. Builds reliability and cuts down no-shows. I feel like this is very good, guys, because sometimes people do cancel. Life happens, right? So they may cancel, and you want to make sure before you send that cleaner out to drive to the location that you know if the cleaning is canceled. Again, you also want to know, hey, listen, okay, so I'm going to be here between 9 to 12. I need to let you know. Let me see here. What I was getting ready to say? We can't wait to serve you. Please let us know by 6 p.m. And this is also just a reminder to let the client know, okay, you did say it was going to be at 6, because we have had it such where when people book with us, they'll say one time and then they're busy. They'll forget that it was scheduled at a specific time, and then our cleaner is there. They're not able to get access to the house. Now we have to charge what's called an inconvenience fee, because now the client is not there and the cleaner can't access the location. I've also seen it where the cleaner has to be there with the client. It makes the cleaner uncomfortable because they're just there watching. So you just want to just know anything. Are you going to be there? Are you going to be gone? We want to know so we can let our cleaner know the expectations as well.
Right. Because some cleaners, and then I got a class about personality traits, and that's going to be a good class that we do too, because some cleaners, they don't like working around other people.
Right.
I have a lady that will not do a residential if the client is there. So you need to know, like, are you going to be there hovering over them? Is your husband going to be there? Or are you guys going to be at work? Like, these are questions that are crucial that we must ask, and we got to know so we can know what type of cleaner to send out there.
Right. And just to add to this, I know where I was going at. The reason why it states between like the time window is because you don't want to give a client a specific time when you're dealing with contractors, because like I said, anything is liable to happen. And you're technically, when you're working with contractors, you're not supposed to tell them you have to be there at 9 o'clock. Right? Because now you're instructing them they have to be there at a certain time. So you want to give them a window, so that way they don't really have the expectations they're going to be here at 2 o'clock. So just think about it. If you guys have ever gotten internet service, or if something was wrong and a technician had to come out, they never tell you, oh, well, the cable guy's going to come there at 9 o'clock. They're not going to tell you, oh, they're going to come and do the installation at 12 o'clock. They're going to give you a window. So that way you can know between this time and this time that someone will be there. That way you already know the expectations. I don't know what time they're going to be here, but I know they're going to come today.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
All right. Slide 8 is post clean follow up. All right. I talked about this too. The post clean follow up email plus review X. Hi, blank. Thanks for trusting us today. We love to hear how we did. You did. You can leave us a review link here. Okay. So mine, I usually, when I do these, I usually have two. I usually would say how you can leave your review link. I would send something like this after they told us that we've done a good job.
After the survey, yeah, because
Okay.
yeah.
That this is when this one will come out. But you want to send an email out that has two links. One link is just really asking, how did we do? Because you want to know, how did you do? Right. And if they don't respond to it, call them and ask them, or have your VA ask them, how did the cleaner do? And then this link right here will come out asking for the review. Everybody following? Okay, you can also add a photo of the job, remind them about your satisfaction guarantee. Okay. Also, rebooking message sent 3 to 5 days later. This is your rebooking message. Hi, Jane. We love to keep your space fresh. Want to book the next cleaning now? Reply yes, and we'll send you some openings. This is your retention system. Set it, forget it, and win. Okay, so these are all just examples of different emails. I broke it down just to kind of give you some examples of how it is, but you can just use Chat GPT. It'll structure some emails for you to go out. All right. Slide 10 talks about the tools that we use to automate this whole thing. Some of y'all use Jobber. You can use Booking Koala. You can use ZenMaid. These are all tools that will help you systemize your onboarding process. Canva, you can use Canva to create your welcome packages and any other any checklists or any type of designs that you need to make. We use Canva for that. All right. Where do we store our SOPs? We love to store our SOPs in Confluence, but you can use Google Drive and you can use Honeybook for storing your SOPs as well. Now, this class is talking about the SOPs in a very surface level way. So I'm gonna open up my SOP real quick so I can show you in details how it would probably look.
Oh, so wrong one. Go back.
Let me see. Where's the SOP at? Right here. Here we go. Boom. Let's see. 1, 2. Let's see. I got this one.
Hold on.
Here it is. Is that what it is?
Let me see. It's right here, and then client workflow, and then we got this. I'm gonna share client workflow, and then share.
Okay.
Booyah! Can y'all see the screen?
Yes.
Beautiful. So just to go over this is our actual client workflow that we use. Okay. And sometimes it gets updated just depending on if we have an incident and we have to update certain things. Okay. Always remember that your information sometimes will change as you go along in business. So nothing is ever set in stone, but far as the framework, that will remain the same. Okay, so just taking a look at this of your client workflow, it starts out with the quote. When people are requesting the quote, like it's an inquiry. So therefore, what happens is the client sends out an inquiry, and what we do is we send out a questionnaire. Okay, we send out a questionnaire, which is a form. Okay, this form is called a lead capture form because we're trying to capture their information. Basically, this is what Ms. Johnson and Ms. White were referring to when Ms. White said, well, how do you get them to fill the form out? Like, I'm not really like, how do you get them to do that? And this is what we do. We send them this form. if we're advertising, whether it's on Facebook, if it's on Yelp, Nextdoor, whatever it is, we send them this questionnaire to ask more questions. So that way we can get a feel about who they are, what they're wanting done, and how soon are they looking to get this clean done. Now, it has also been in cases where when we send us this inquiry form, that our assistant, Madonna, she will call them. If they're persistent and they don't want to fill it out, she'll call them. She'll have the form pulled up. And as she's asking the questions, she's filling out the form. So that way it implements into our CRM. So any information that goes onto that form, it automatically gets put in our CRM. So that way it creates a client. We don't have to do this manually. Okay. The next thing here is they're going to get a response after they fill this form out, whether they speak to Madonna or they fill it out online. They're going to get a response email. Thank you so much for reaching out to Tenacity for your cleaning quote. Someone will be in contact with you within the next 24 to 48 hours. We put that there, but we're reaching out to them as soon as they fill that out because we have it set up on the back end so where we receive a notification when someone completes it. So we're not waiting, because you got to move fast when these people are filling out these forms, because if you don't, they will go to another client. So you want to make sure that you watch out for these forms. Okay. Let me see here. The next thing is we'll actually review their inquiry. If they fill it out and they actually are going through our SOP, our workflow, then Madonna, she goes in and takes a look at it. And when we get it, it actually says what they want. It'll say deep clean. It'll say one-time clean. It'll say reoccurring clean. It'll say they're looking to have these specific areas cleaned, whether it's just the kitchen, whether it's just the bedrooms, whether it's just the bathrooms. It'll say that. So that way we can give them a quote according to what they're asking. Okay. Once we get that, then we're sending out to prepare for the actual quote. Okay. So that's where you see this here, where we have a quote template to where Madonna, all she has to do is take the information that she has gotten from the actual client and she puts it inside the quote template. The only thing that she's changing is the scope of work, the pricing, and the date and the name. That is it. Everything else still lines up the same, but the only thing that is different is just the scope of work, the pricing, the name, and the date. Okay. Now, after she does this, now we're sending out the quote. She's sending out the quote, and let's just say we're waiting for the client to respond. Okay. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is a workflow. Okay. This is how our workflow starts. So when we say do your SOPs, this is a step-by-step process. Okay, when this happens, then this happens. When this happens, then this happens. So when you go to build your CRM, as you have this workflow put together, now it makes more sense for you to go in on the background and actually put those emails together and build your SOP. But after the quote is sent out, now we're sending out, okay, if the quote is accepted, then this is what happens. If the quote is declined, then this happens. We also have it on the back end for our CRM if they don't respond at all. Now you're going to get an automatic reminder. Hey girl, hey, you forgot to, respond to this quote.
Yeah.
Like,
y'all
okay?
see how in detail this is, though? It's one thing to do the slides, but we just really wanted to show you like an inside view of how your SOP should look. So when you hire a virtual assistant, you don't have to keep repeating yourself over and over and over again about all your SOPs. Everything should be a brain dump right in here. You put a new virtual assistant in here, and they should be able to onboard your client, like point blank period. Okay. Do we have any questions on this? Y'all quiet. Okay.
Y'all quiet. I think it's because it's Monday.
But everybody understands. Somebody says, is this a software just for workflows? This is, and I probably need to do another class on Confluence, but I do have one inside of I should have one inside of the inside of our classes, our replays. But this is a software, it's a free software that we use to store all of our data, all of our SOP. Okay.
I'm here for another Confluence class. I'm here for that.
Yeah, it can be a little confusing starting Confluence, but if you need help on it, we actually will help you out on that as well. But we have a service that where we can build it out for you. Okay, it does take a little time to build this thing out, but we do that. Okay, if you ever need some help with it. But see right here where it says company information, you will put all your company information in here, like your LLC, your business license, your EIN, your policy numbers, your insurance information.
Yeah,
like
your logins.
your
If you guys have
logins.
any logins, like let's just say your insurance portal, or you may have your emails, like your passwords and stuff like that. Like that's where that goes.
Right. Your company bills. We have a tab for company bills. All these tabs, I can't click on it because it's personal information gonna start popping up. But this is where we store all of our company bills. So as you grow as a cleaning business, you are going to have bills and you're going to need to see what needs to be paid. So things are being paid on time and stuff like that. So we have a tab for that. We have a tab for insurance. We have a tab for a billing workflow. These are more so training tabs. Hiring contractors. Whenever we hire new contractors, we have a protocol for that. So this is really where we put all of our SOPs at: hiring, branding, financial information, to-do list. Everything is stored here. You also can use another tool called Notion. I think Notion does it as well. But you want to find a software where you can, it's like a database where you can store everything. Okay. We got a question. Somebody had a question up?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard. Okay. Yeah, this thing gets pretty lengthy here. Pretty lengthy. Okay. So if y'all ain't got no questions, we're gonna just close it on out then. I mean, great class. Did I go through all of these slides? Let me check. Slide 11 just talks about make it yours, your SOPs, your values, your standards, your voice. Ask yourself, what's the vibe of your company? What type of vibe is your company giving off, right? Is it giving off a classy vibe? Is it giving off a luxury vibe? Is it giving off a modern vibe? Like, what type of vibe is your company going to have? I went to where we went yesterday. We went to Slutty Vegan yesterday, for the first time, just to check out the vibe, and see what the hype was all about, right? And I just really liked their company culture, how everybody is back there. It seemed like her employees was back there having fun, but I understand the vibe of Slutty Vegan. They're playing the music, the way they call the orders out and everything. They got a particular vibe to it. So think about what your company vibe is going to be. Okay, what boundaries do you need to protect your peace? That's a big one. No same day. I don't do same day cleans. It's never worked out good for me because at 9 o'clock, all my cleaners already know what to do and they're already out there. So that is a boundary that I set for my peace. So I'm not scrambling, because if I commit to it, now I got to scramble and try to find somebody to do it. All right. Automate what you can. You don't clean for everybody. Remember, everybody is not our clients. We do not clean for everybody. How can I make this easier to repeat? And my answer to that is always automation. Create more videos. Get used to creating videos. And our SOPs is full of training videos. So thank you, Miss Blue, for putting that video up in the community. I really had it. I really thank you for that, because I'm like, people was asking questions, and
You're welcome.
I always would tell people to go to D7 Finder, but D7 Finder is a price to it, but you actually show everybody. Take a look at that Lee's video that she put in the community.
Where's these videos at? Sorry.
Let me go to it. Hold on.
It's under general discussion, and it says, I think it's the free videos for cold calling, I believe. And you have to actually click on the link to bring, the first one is the first part. And since Slack only let me record 5 minutes, and then I did another video right underneath of it.
Oh, okay.
Right, right. Let me see. Let me stroll down. I just seen it.
Which one?
Oh, Miss Blue put a video up about the leads. I was looking for it. Did I pass it? Let me see. I think
Maybe type her
it might
name
be
in.
in the next one. Hold on. I know it ain't this far down. All right, let me just type in her name.
If you can't find it, just click on her name and then go to her contributions, and then it should show you her contributions.
Members.
Yeah, click on her right there where it's got
here.
And then go to her there should be contribution 65. Click on where it says free leads. Is that it?
I think this is it. No, that's not the one.
Well, just go to her, click on contributions, and it should have her select a group, which is the Cleaning Business Academy.
I might be in the wrong account. That's probably why I can't see it.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
Here it is. This is it right here. It was 18 hours ago, right here. Let me see if I could put that to the top. I can't put it to the top.
You can't pin more than 3 posts. Okay.
All right. So anyway, it's right here, Miss White. Sorry that took so long.
Okay.
So this is where it's at. It's a free cold calling. There are 2 videos.
Okay.
Right? So make sure that everybody take a look at this, because those videos are amazing. Okay. All right. So we're going to just close it on out if we don't have any other questions about onboarding your new clients. Today, we gave y'all a little insight of our SOPs. Okay. All right. All right. Let's close this thing on out. Let's close it out. You know, we got a busy day today.
So is our homework due next Monday? Because I slacked because no excuses, but is it due today or tomorrow? I mean, next Monday.
Well, I know Miss Johnson said, I think you said
Monday.
You said Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it was Monday.
Today would be the day.
Well, you was giving them some homework,
some personal,
some
personal stuff. So just to give everybody enough time, I'll push it till Wednesday. Okay, I'll push it to. Okay.
All right. And then on to somebody said they had a question.
Yes, I do. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi.
Hey.
Life's been life, and it's a lot that I'm dealing with. But yes. So on the SOPs, can the VA have access to it? Because I noticed that it has a lot of personal information.
So the way it works is you can lock it up, right? So my SOPs, my VAs don't have access to everything. They only have access to what I give them access to. Oh, does that make sense?
Yes.
So like if I don't want my marketer to have my billing information, the only thing they would see is what I onboard them in to see. It's a little lock at the top where you can lock it, and you can see, you can give permission to certain people to have those SOPs.
Yeah, that's a good question, Miss Lorena, because you can do that. The two databases that we use will be actually Confluence, and like Miss Johnson is describing, there is a place where you can actually put, they're only able to see slide your marketing tab or your operations tab. That's it. Also inside of Connect Team, you can do the same thing when you're actually training your virtual assistants. They can only see what you allow them to. We can show you that whenever you have that, whenever you get your stuff pulled up, we can actually show that to you. We can show you exactly.
I'll probably
where
do
it's at.
another class on Confluence.
Yeah,
I'm probably due for that, a Confluence class.
And maybe Connect Team too.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Any other questions? All right, let's go. Everybody ready to go? We're gonna start this Monday off with a lot of energy. Let's start them off with good energy. Let's get it.
Wow. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this.
I don't know why you read it.
Lord. that was a huge distraction, right?
From reading it,
Like, Jesus. Well, welcome to Surviving the Cleaning Industry. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this morning plan started. You already know what it represents. We want to thank everyone for coming to these calls and also just showing up, because you guys really honestly could be doing anything else besides coming to these calls, but you guys are committed and you're showing that you want to make it to that $10,000 a month gross income and net income. Okay? So let's go ahead and get this pledge out the way so we can get started with our day. So on the count of three, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Who are we?
Cleaning
business warriors.
What do we do?
We
Fight.
When do we do it?
Now.
And when will we stop?
Never.
And who is my future dependent on?
Me.
Right. All right, y'all have an amazing day.
All
Thank
right.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Miss Chantel, we need
Yes, I was going to say, could we stay on the line?
we need to talk, girl.
Yes, we do. I'll stay on the line.
I can't stay on the line right
Oh, you
now,
can't?
but
Okay.
we can do it after 5 because we got to do interviews today because we're hiring more virtual assistants. So we're gonna be doing it pretty much all day.
Okay.
Like,
Did you get the copy? Huh? What you said?
Did
Did you get the copy? Did I send it correctly? I shared it. The work that I did?
You sent it through Slack, right?
I didn't send it through Slack. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. I sent it.
Where did you
I
send
shared
it?
it in the document itself, I think. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. In the drive itself?
You shared
it in the actual. Oh, so you didn't make a copy. You just
I
changed.
did make a copy. I made a copy and then it says share. I think I shared it to you guys. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. That's the thing. But I did do it and I think I shared it last week to you. I'll just have to figure out how to send it to Slack. I'm not really that computer.
Is there a link that you could share with us?
A link from the drive itself from what you sent me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm not sure.
Click on it. That might be it.
May 14th.
Yeah, I think so. Was it that far back?
Oh, is this yours? Yeah, it was that far. That girl, May 14th. That's only just a couple days.
Yeah, last week. Last week. Yes, that's it. You got it. Most of my stuff is residential, so a lot of it's gonna be blank.
Oh yeah, this gotta be yours right here. Miss
It doesn't say my name or something.
Sandra, Miss Beverly Johnson, Debbie John, Miss Evelyn.
Yes, that's me.
Miss Linda. Okay.
That's me. Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
What happened? You didn't see it? I didn't send it right or something? What I did?
No, you did. It threw me off because when I looked at it the first time, I still saw our stuff that we use for our training. So it kind of threw me off. You know what I'm saying? So
All right.
you're good. You're good. I'm gonna
Okay.
take this.
So you got all residential clients, right?
Mostly residential, yes.
Got you. I see that.
And then
One Airbnb and that's it so
yeah,
far.
Miss Cherise. Okay, and
Mhm.
you got your
Mhm.
let me see your personal. Yeah, I got it. So that's good.
Okay.
I'm looking for that.
All
All right,
right.
yo, we're gonna hop on a call after 5 today because we
Okay.
got.
Can we do about 6 or 7?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah. We can do
fine.
6. We got you. We got you.
Okay.
Just text me and let me know that you're ready. Okay.
Okay. All right. Got it. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all.
You're welcome, girl. You
All
see
righty.
you later. Okay.
All right. Bye. Okay.
Bye bye.